Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense and just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy. And hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today is Thursday, November 10th. Hey, I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And you can find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse, and then you can follow me there as well. And if you'd like to connect, you can go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. And there you will find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information. That's contactlarry.com. Hey, just a reminder, if you're watching online, everybody hit that like button right now. Hit the like button. And don't forget to hit the share button, too. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. And you can also find Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse on Spotify, of course, as well. So please go there and subscribe. Hey, you can comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And please say hi so I know you're watching. And if you haven't joined the Money Chat Now fan page on Facebook, please do that and make sure you can always see the show. If you like the page, you can still view the show when I'm in Facebook jail. And I definitely spend way too much time there. All right, so please go to the Money Chat Now page and like the show so you never miss a show due to the Facebook censors. All right, on today's show, we're going to be talking about the market recap. We're going to be talking about crypto cratering and Apple and China, and a special section on Will Trump run? Right, real quick, I want to say hello to a couple of people online, just saying hi. It looks like we got Glenn saying hi, and James and Jose coming in from YouTube. Thanks, guys. We have TJ saying hi. We have my lovely wife saying hi. We have Ken the Democrat here, and Kevin Potter saying hi. So, Ken the Democrat, I gotta applaud you, man. You were very, very kind yesterday to everybody online. So thank you very much. We appreciated that, even though you are now gloating. All right. Money Chat Now is also brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com. There you will learn about real estate investing and stock options trading from those who do it every day, and that's tonight. So come here tonight, come learn about real estate investing, come learn about stock options trading, come learn about everything you ever known about money and more. All right, you guys know how to share the program. Underneath the video is a share button to the right. Just press the share button and choose from Share Now from the drop-down button. You can also share it in groups as well. Hey, so many people sharing it. Thanks so much. Justin shared it yesterday, and Betsy shared it, and Mike shared it, and Mark shared it. Wow, a whole bunch of people, and Linda shared it. Thank you so much. Hey, TJ, give us a break and share it as well. Appreciate that. All right, let's talk about what's going on. Yesterday was dismal. We found out that the red wave never happened, and the stock market suffered with the blues. The Dow tanked and finished down about 647 points, once again bringing it below my expected cap of 33,000. The S&P also suffered and dropped more than 80 points, along with the NASDAQ dropping 263 points. We still have a couple of states that may help the Republicans take the House. However, we won't know probably until December. Apparently, it takes this long to count all of the ballots. Or in other words, to count how many ballots needed to be added to ensure the win for the Democrats. You know what I mean. I often make the joke that Florida is the last part of the United States surviving, and the election was clearly another example. Within 2 hours of the election polls closing, we knew the winners and all was well. So for all my friends who have moved there, and I know a lot, including my brother Seth, I truly understand why you are there. I'm also noticing that many of the motivational speakers are migrating from California to Florida as well. It soon may be the only place left for prosperity and freedom. Speaking of Florida, Disney Corporation was crushed in trading yesterday when the night before their earnings report was dismal. The company has really lost its way. The saying goes, go woke, go broke. And it's really hitting them hard. But it's not just the wokeness, it's the whole Disney atmosphere. Disney to me was always magical, from the parks to the people to the movies, everything. Now when you go to the parks, the people who work there, and I can't even call them cast members anymore because they don't act that way anymore. The employees are now rude and uncaring. I don't know, the morale of the people has gone downhill along with the whole park experience. After my last visit to the park, I don't even know if I ever want to even go back. The only thing that Disney has to offer is the Star Wars series on Disney+, but even that's wearing thin as they just keep pumping out more and more offshoots of the same people wearing the same costumes. It's certainly not exciting anymore. A notable winner yesterday was Meta, when Zuckerberg announced that he was going to be laying off 11,000 employees from the company. Can you imagine if you grew a company to 11,000 extra employees? Wow, that's great and a nightmare at the same time. Well, Wall Street reacted positively to the news because now they feel that Zuckerberg understands that it's all about profit. The stock is now almost 15 points up from its low just 2 weeks ago. That was one I missed, by the way. I knew it would hit the 80s. My buy number was 85, and it was slightly lower than the 88 about 2 weeks ago, and I should have jumped on it. I missed that one. Look, we almost saw all the stocks go red as the country sang the blues over the election. Today we have the next CPI report, and this report will determine if inflation is still moving up or down. We need a good number here, or the market will tank again today. Investors are weary ahead of the October Consumer Report Price Index. This report will be out at 8:30 this morning. Economists polled by Dow Jones anticipate that the headline CPI grew by 7.9% from the prior year, down slightly from September's gain of 8.2%. So we need that number to be on or lower by a fraction. By a fraction. If it's higher, the market tanks, and if it's too low, the market tanks also. Look, we have seen each month grow higher than expected, and along with that, we've seen the Fed raise interest rates and start to crush the economy. As I say every month at this pivotal time, you don't even need to read the report. Just look at the futures at 8:30 and you already know the answer. The futures are going to be violently swinging between 200 and 300 points up or down at 8:30. Just check your clock for 8:30, look at the futures, and you'll know exactly what happened. Or if you're near Wall Street, just open your window and listen for the collective sigh or the screams of joy. Unless, of course, they all move to Florida. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised, actually. All right, let's take a quick look at the futures, and let's see what the Dow is doing. Right now, we have the Dow is up 20, 29, or 30 points, whatever. The S&P is up 6, almost 7, and the NASDAQ is up 44. All that's going to change at 8:30, so these numbers are completely meaningless. Real quick, a couple of people saying hi. Oh, here we go. Boy, a whole bunch of people jumped in. Let's see. We've got Tommy saying hi, and Charles saying hi, and Mark saying hi, and the other Ken saying hi, and Sandra saying hi. I love it. Sandra saying it was a big fraud in PA. We'll see. But at the same time, I don't know. I just can't believe that. I can't believe that Fetterman's got in. That's crazy. All right, let's talk about crypto. All right, many years ago, I was thinking about a money-making idea. I saw so many people coming up with the ideas that were kind of off-the-wall ideas that made millions, even billions. You guys remember the pet rock? The pet rock was one of those ideas. It was a rock in a nest in a box that you bought, named it, and then kept it on a shelf. The best part of the pet rock idea was the hysterical instructions it came with. Things like waiting 3 days before you take it out of the box to get used to the new environment, and other things like how to train your pet rock. Stay rock, stay rock. Well, I thought about the people who made money selling water, and I realized this was already overdone anyway. Then I thought about selling air. I thought, what a great idea that would be. Well, besides an oxygen bar, like the kind they have in Colorado, I really couldn't figure out how to monopolize on it. And too bad I couldn't figure out how to monopolize on the common cold. Like how the government and the big pharma did just 3 years ago. So air, how could I do it? Well, I never really figured it out. But then I realized that this thing called cryptocurrency has figured it out. Imagine buying a bunch of ones and zeros in a computer that created a token and selling it for millions or billions. That's what crypto did. They practically sold air. Just this air was living on your hard drive. Well, we all know what happened next. The euphoria of fear of missing out, or FOMO, took over, and the highest bidder of the air would get the air. You got nothing but a bunch of ones and zeros, and all you had was proof you owned it. And the ones and zeros translated into dollars in some crypto wallet that you bought in the U.S. if you remembered how to get out your wallet. The sweet smell of selling air, huh? Well, FOMO drove the price of crypto into such ridiculous levels that people stopped paying more and more for it. Add that to the fact that most people are being, hurt for money as the economy starts to sink. Crypto keeps falling and falling. Well, to add insult to injury, many of the crypto coin exchanges like Coinbase had issues with security as some users saw their ones and zeros turn into just, zero. The latest news of crypto failure was with a crypto exchange company called FTX. Let me catch you up in case, like me, you really weren't paying much attention or frankly really didn't care. FTX was the world's largest crypto exchange, and it experienced what is effectively a bank run. And this was after someone leaked what was a snapshot of the balance sheet of Alameda Research. And Alameda Research is the trading company or the trading firm in which FTX is affiliated with. The snapshot showed that several loans collateralized by FTX's native token FTT was a problem. It gave rise to speculation that Alameda had defaulted on some of these loans and was unable to return capital loaned by it or to it by FTX, creating a liquidity crunch. So now we have people who are in the FTX exchange panicking and either selling off their crypto or moving it to another bank. And just like any bank run, you have the people who cashed in immediately and the others who stuck around to wait for the dust to settle. Again, like in a bank run, there is the rescue. Another bank, or in this case, another crypto exchange company, comes in and says, hey, we can help. Well, that crypto exchange company is called Binance. Binance announced shortly after this debacle that they would buy what's remaining of FTX and solve the crisis. Well, yesterday, Binance turned their back on FTX and decided to walk away from the deal. While you and I were watching the stock market and the election returns, the crypto world was shaken. This just added more to the fear that crypto is just air and the investors are going to get choked as their air supply gets cut off. All of the major cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum dropped in the news. I've been saying this would happen for the past 2 years, and it's going to get worse. Last year at this time, some corporations with excess cash actually started to buy Bitcoin, believe it or not, as a hedge against inflation. A hedge against inflation? Are they nuts? It was a ridiculous move, and many are hurting as the peak last year was about $68,000 for Bitcoin, and now it's just above $16,000. I told you, I feel it's headed for $12,000 and then $7,000. And at $7,000, it's either going to become mainstream or it's going to float away into the stream. You know, I applaud the people who got in at the right time and also got out and took some profit. But anyway, my little bit of crypto is still stuck in my wallet, and I can't figure out how to get it out. Maybe I could try during this commercial. Let's take a break, and I'll see you guys in a minute.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock option sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
Back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, if you'd like more information on investor schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Hey, I want to welcome you back to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And of course, you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Hey, please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse on Spotify. Like and subscribe there. And if you'd like to connect to me personally, you can go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and there you will find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information. That's contactlarry.com. So real quick, I just wanted to address a couple of people saying hi. Horace is online. One of the Johnsons says that people will buy anything. You could buy farts in a can. Yep, that's probably more valuable than crypto at this point. And Sandra is saying hi, and she says that she doesn't understand how crypto works. Don't worry about it. Nobody else understands how it works either, so don't feel bad. And the people who say they do, they don't. All right, so far, of course, we've been talking about the market recap, and we've been talking about crypto catering. Coming up, we got Apple and China, and will Trump run? And, of course, today's picks and plays. But did you guys hit that like button yet? Did you guys hit that share button? Hey, leave me a comment and say hi if you haven't already. Leaving me a comment is the only way I know you're watching. Hey, please share and like it as well. And don't forget to order my new book. Come on. It's called Money Hacks, and if you ordered it, don't forget to leave a review on Amazon. I got so many people telling me they love the book. I'm like, did you leave a review? Oh, no, I didn't get a chance yet. Come on, leave the review. It's important for me, and it'll also help other people buy the book and learn what you learned. Let's talk about Apple and China. Hey, you guys remember when we all locked down and we were told where we could go and when we could go live there or when we could go do there and what we could do, right? So the indicator of the elections clearly shows that not enough of you do remember, so I just want to remind you, yeah, we were locked down. Well, in China, the madness run by the biggest madman president, Jinping, continues. You have heard the stories of the police arresting people for not wearing masks. You've heard about the Disney concentration camps, and you may have been hearing about the factories opening and then closing and then opening and then closing, all because of somebody sneezes, right? So this opening and closing was a big part of our supply chain problem, and it affected companies all over the world, including Apple. Apple, like many other companies, are trying to rely less on China for chips and manufacturing of their products, like computers, iPads, iPhones, etc., right? So the latest problem for Apple is that the iPhone 14 is delayed due to more shutdowns due to Jinping's no COVID policy. That's right, if you sneeze, you die. It sounds like a real horror movie title, doesn't it? Anyway, wouldn't that be cool? If you sneeze, you die. That'd be a really cool title. I like it. Maybe we could have Dr. Fauci star in it. Anyway, now Apple wants to move their factories out of China. The problem, according to that, is basically it will take years for Apple to diversify and move it. Is the problem, right? So Apple's latest iPhone will likely continue to be built in China for at least the next few years. Apple has been diversifying its device assembly process away from China and opening factories in countries like south of China, like India or Vietnam, and some of their devices could be even assembled in other countries like India, but it'll probably be a very small amount because, it takes a while to move the factories. It currently takes about 31 days to receive an iPhone 14 Pro after making an order via Apple's website, as compared to the average 2-day lead time for less expensive phone models. 31 days for an iPhone, yikes. This reminds me of when the iPhone first entered the market and there were lines to buy one. Luckily for most, the 14 and 13 models aren't much different. On the other hand, the rarity of the 14 will keep the price tag of the 13 moving higher instead of lower. I've said that I'm bearish on Apple moving forward into the recession. I believe the current price will be cut in half over the next year. As a listener to this program, you've probably heard me talk about the 2019 price theory. I've seen this theory proved over and over again, and that convinces me that Apple's price target is about 65 or 70. Apple, like so many other stocks, is approaching its 52-week low, and when this happens, it'll move quickly to under 100. So I'm not a fan. The supply chain problems will be in the news, but I'm going to tell you right now, my theory is the reality. All right, guys, let's talk about one of my favorite people. But before I do that, I want to say hello to a couple of people who just joined us online. We got Art saying hi, and we got James saying hi. Hey, Art, I want to thank you for sharing the program the other day. I appreciate that a lot. And everybody else out there, if you guys would share the program, I would appreciate it as well. Not only to get listeners, but don't you find it great that these people are watching this show? James, I'll see you tonight in class. Absolutely, that is correct. All right, let's talk about Trump. All right, last week I stated that he will be making a huge, yes, huge, spelled with a Y, he will be making a huge announcement next week. Of course, almost everyone expects that he will be making the announcement that he will be running for president in 2024. It was expected that he would ride the red wave into the announcement and take credit for the red wave. However, now that the country is crying the blues, will he make the announcement? Look, we all know that Trump was definitely the greatest president this country has seen in 50 years at least. But the question is, was he effective? I know he was effective during his presidency. We know that answer. The problem is, anything he accomplished, will it actually stick? Almost all of his policies have been overturned and diluted by the Biden administration. They even took credit for the vaccine that Trump administration created through Operation Warp Speed. Do you guys remember how Pelosi and Biden said they would never take a vaccine created by this program? Freaking hypocrites. Anyway, now that Trump is about to make a huge announcement next week from his home in Mar-a-Lago, it'll probably be a run for office. I have said this before, that his run for office will do more damage to the Republican Party if he loses. In fact, if Trump isn't picked for the primary candidate, his powers of persuasion, even to his loyal base, will run down to very little. Most Republicans want Ron DeSantis to run, and a war between Trump and DeSantis will not be good for either of them, nor be good for the Republican Party. If Trump backs DeSantis in his speech, that would bring cheers to the party. If Trump bashes DeSantis, it will only make Trump look weak. With the party now licking its wounds from the past election, Republicans can't afford an ego trip run by Trump. We need his help more than we need him to run. I hope he does the right thing. I've said it before that I would vote for him in the primaries, but I'd have to consider that after this past election. Maybe Trump will get the message that he will be more powerful, that by backing DeSantis, who will help make America great again, than he will be by trying for one more run at the presidency before he gets too old. Trump does everything like a professional chess player who always thinks 8 moves ahead. I'm looking forward to his move next week, and at the same time, though, Florida, the only leftover party in the United States, needs to and wants to keep DeSantis there. So hopefully, whatever the two of them are doing, it has been coordinated. All right, let's take a break here. When we come back, we'll discuss today's picks and plays. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and one of the most misunderstood things in America is money. That's why I've written this book. It's called Money Hacks, because everything you think you know about money is wrong. And I'm telling you, everything you think you know about money is wrong. When you read this book, you will learn things about money that you did not know. You will even learn if money can buy you happiness. I have a full chapter dedicated to that. You're going to definitely want to read that. I talk about how to use other people's money to buy real estate. I talk about how to save more money, and I even talk about how to rebuild your credit score in this book. There are 22 amazing chapters in this book. This book is now available everywhere. It's available on Amazon. It's available on barnesandnoble.com. And you can order this book right now, and you'll have it in 2 days, and you'll start learning things about money that you never knew before. So order the book right now. Go to Amazon, go to barnesandnoble.com, and order the book, Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. Hey, do you guys know we have a Spotify channel? Come on, go there right now, subscribe to the channel, and you can listen to all the shows. You can listen to the Larry Steinhouse Show and the Money Chat Now Show. They are different shows. That's right, you can subscribe, and you can listen to all the reports, and you can listen to the interviews as well. Excuse me, they're broken out for your enjoyment. Look up Money Chat Now on Spotify and subscribe. Hey, you should also remember that my interviews are continuing. Hey, if you or someone you know would benefit from being interviewed by me, please reach out at contactlarry.com or hit me up in Messenger. That's contactlarry.com or hit me up in Messenger. You know the interviews are fun, they're informative, and they're fun, right? They're good publicity for your business. We're also looking for sponsors of the show and also the Saturday afternoon show on WPHT. Our sponsor program includes spots here and on WPHT show. Please reach out. Let me know if you'd like more information on sponsorship. Anything that can help a real estate investor would be great. A title company, a mortgage company, I don't know, an inspection company, contractor, whatever you guys are, would be great for the show. All right, so far, of course, we've been talking about the market recap, and sure enough, the market is singing the blues after the red wave did not come through. We talked about crypto catering. Crypto's done. We also talked about Apple in China and how Apple will be removing some of their manufacturing from China, but it's going to take too long. And I also gave you my opinion on whether I think Trump should run. I think Trump should not run. I really think Trump should just sit back and go, hey, I did it. I did what I was supposed to do, and let it happen. All right, coming up, of course, we have today's picks and plays. But did you guys hit that like button yet? Did you guys hit the share button? Come on, everybody, hit that like button and share button. Tell all your friends about the show. Let them know it's both entertaining and educational, and on the same time every day at 7:30. Please share on your page or on groups you feel will enjoy the show. All right, let's talk about what's going on. So today it's going to be all about the CPI report at 8:30. As I said earlier, we need this report to come in slightly lower than the expected 7.9% year-over-year inflation number. 7.7% would be ideal. 7.7 was the number I'm hoping for. Now, Wall Street is looking for 7.9. I'm hoping for 7.7. Anything lower will trigger Wall Street into a panic, thinking that the Fed has effectively destroyed the economy. Anything higher will signal that the Fed needs to raise interest rates another 75 basis points instead of the 50 that's Wall Street is predicting. Watch this number at 8:30 this morning. That's going to be when it's going to come up, at 8:30 this morning, and it's going to tell you everything you need to know. Just look at the futures. But I'm heavily still into CCL, and I noticed a pattern that I'm now taking advantage of. It seems to drop into the 8s and then goes back into the low 9s. So I've been selling covered calls when it's above 9 and buying them back when the stock drops to about 8.5. And it's proving to be a good play. I've been very profitable over this last 3 weeks. By the way, I told you before, I think it's too late to make the move into Meta. You know, I had the right price range, but I was a bit high when I suggested you buy it at 85. Unfortunately, it never hit 85. It hit 88. You know, it's funny because sometimes I'll do that. I'll grab it at 88, and I bought a couple of shares, but I didn't grab the option, which would have been an awesome play to go from 88 to 101 or 102 that it is now, which is fantastic. I got to tell you right now, I think Apple is a put play if it raises above 145. And I also like Google as a call. And also, if the S&P goes back to 3,900 again, I would buy a put on it. That's going to be my suggestion, is a put on the S&P. If it hits 3,900, it's pretty far to go, but if it hits 3,900 again, I'd buy a put. I also think by the end of the year, we're going to be below 30,000, just below 30,000 now, but still below 30,000, and get ourselves set up really well for January. All right, get ready for 8:30 this morning. It's going to be everything you need to know. Let's take a look at the futures one last time and see where the market's going. Right now, again, the Dow is up 36, the S&P is up 6, and the Nasdaq is up 35. I'm telling you right now, these numbers mean nothing. 8:30, we're going to see a 200 to 300 point pop or a 200 to 300 point drop immediately in the futures. It's going to be like, what happened? All right, let's talk about crypto and what's going on with crypto. Bitcoin is now slightly above 16,000, which, by the way, puts it slightly above the 2019 price. Actually, not even slightly above. It puts it still above the 2019 price of about 12,000. Interesting, right? Ethereum is also dropping, and now it's at the 2018 price of 1150. However, in 2019, Ethereum dropped to below 200. Yikes. Oof, I'm expecting 700 soon, and then it'll be a crapshoot. If you're going to buy Ethereum at 700, I don't even think that's a good price. I actually think it's going to go down from there. Maybe 200 might be the price, but then again, I think that Bitcoin 12,000 might have a chance. Gold and silver are starting to move up with the recession fears increasing and possibly the dollar moving down. Gold is now over 1,700 again, and silver is now pushing 22 again. That makes me happy because I have a lot of silver. I also still think that gold is the better buy at the moment, and gold will actually be the place you should be. So if you want to buy a bar of gold, or not a bar would be great, wouldn't it? If you want to buy a coin of gold or whatever, that would be a great move. The Treasury bond pulled back down a bit to 4.11%, so that's fine. The Treasury bond will probably raise today if the CPI report comes in too hot. I really hope that CPI report comes in normal. It's gonna really mess with the market if it doesn't. All right, the average mortgage rate is still about 7.8%. I still can't get over that one. That's pretty high, but still, it's nothing. It's still below 10. Oil is about $85 a barrel, and it will soon start to rise. I'm telling you right now, I don't care who's winning, who's losing, Republicans or Democrats, but remember that Joe Biden sold our reserves, or opened our reserves, just so he can lower the price, and now he's got no more reserves to open. All right, I want to thank you all for watching Money Chat Now. We are here every morning at 7:30 a.m. on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and you can find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. My name is Larry Steinhouse. I am the host of Money Chat Now, and I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. And remember, you can contact me directly at contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. And don't forget, we have class tonight. So if you have never been to a free class, come tonight. You definitely want to be there. Go to investorschooling.com and sign up for that class. I promise you will learn something amazing. All right, make it a profitable day.